Hey gang, I wanted to do a quick recording, kind of show what I got going on in my Rust world a little bit. I did try to do recording, and the audio was really weird and crackly, so I'm doing this again. So I'm going to show some still frames, kind of like the beautiful shots that I saw before and after, because those are really cool. But we'll see what we can do. Okay, cool. So sun's rising in the jungle. I found that being in the jungle is definitely the best way for myself. This is a 2x vanilla server, so no other features, no skin box, no teleportation, no like auto mini or anything like that. The only difference is when you hit like nodes or barrels, you get twice as many things as you would normally get, which is nice. It kind of just speeds up the game ever so slightly, but doesn't actually like, kind of change the game mechanics much. So I really appreciate that. Um, I find the jungle is really good because like if you, especially if you have a good skin, so I put some like found like the really cheap skins, like less than $1 skins for like the greenish ones. A lot of the green skins are really expensive, so that's why these ones are black, not green. But I kind of just got a few so that like in the jungle, especially this is like my standard kit, you just kind of disappear, and it's really fantastic. These are black because the green ones are very expensive, like $2-3, or like the true green one is like $25, so that's kind of insane. But these are kind of nice, cheap, lightweight, and I kind of disappear into the jungle. So I really like that. Makes it easy. I also, that's another reason I have the jungle skin here, is it's pretty nice to like, it kind of disappears from the world. So like if the regular stone, you can see it back there, sticks out a lot more, whereas this is really nice and subtle. And the best way to not get raided is just not be seen. So I'm at a perfect angle where like down the road you can't see me, and then this sort of the jungle you can't really see me unless you're looking for me. So pretty cool little base. Here I've got my entryway. It's a 4x4. This is two triangles to make it a single entryway. Kind of makes it stick out like a funny nose, but it's kind of cool otherwise. So you go to the left side here is where I'm going in. This is a proper entry, like airlock, so you can't get in unless you close the door, which is really nice. You never forget, nobody ever follows you in, which is really cool. And then this is a bunker right here. So because there's like 3 foundations, you basically put a half wall right there, a twig half wall, and then you put a metal floor. And then in order to get into the base, you have to go through a metal floor, which is really hard for raiders to do, increases the cost significantly of the base. But then to get rid of it, you just spawn yourself inside and smash out the twig wall, and then the metal floor breaks and you get access. So works out really well in that aspect, really increases the raid cost of this base. Um, This is I just played around with some of the audio. I'll show you that later. But this is the base here. So these skins are really cool. You can get them like watching Twitch streams, so it's all free. And I like them. They glow in the dark. They're very pretty. Kind of make it a little bit better than the default garage door. And I got this one too. Another really cool Twitch streamer. That's pretty fantastic. I love the way this room looks. With playing around with some of the stuff, there's like cool wallpaper and cool electronic circulation, stuff like that. So it was actually funny. So I had like wires everywhere. They're all black, and it was not well organized. This is a wallpaper I don't have, and it was pretty cool. So I was doing some raiding, playing around a little bit, and this man came up, and we started doing a little bit of combat together, a little bit of raiding. His name was Tol, I think. I don't know, it's Estonian, so I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but it's pretty cool. We hung around for a bit, and then I showed him in the base a little bit. He thought it was awesome, but wires drove him crazy. So he did this fantastic job of like wiring everything up properly branching off, properly using color coded wires and things like that. And it set up the door system, so it's perfect. It's really exciting. I'll show you that at the end there, and some of the smart alarms and things. But yeah, we found this while raiding, so obviously I'm gonna grab it. It's pretty cool. It bumps up your comfort all the way to 100%, so it's like an infinite healer. It's awesome. Yeah, another example here, like practical skins. So, like this is like these are really cheap ones that I picked up, and they help organize the loot a little bit. It's driving me crazy with all these just random boxes. So, first aid, recycler. This is an ore one. There's an ore symbol on there. You can't really see it. Looking for a clothing one, but all the ones that I found were like $2-3. I don't really want to spend $2-3 on a skin. Another really cheap one. Tools, and then a comps box, so it's easy to organize. And this barrel is part of the Frontier DLC, but Toll also had one of these, so he dropped this one here for me. And he had the wallpaper too. So he came in, we did a little bit of adjustment, dropped the wallpaper, and it just looks so cool in here. We're exploring with these factory lights, also something that he's got access to that I haven't gotten the DLC for. And it's just incredible. They look beautiful. I think in here, the hanging lights just look a little bit better. But in the other room, I'll show you in a second. But the other ones look pretty good too. Let's see what happens if I take this out. Oh, looks cool too. Yeah, I'm exploring with that, and that's kind of fun. Yeah, so that's cool. I got all these organized. I'm not really wealthy on this server. It is 2x. It's a lot harder to grind. I've just enjoyed the grind, and like here I have a SAR. It's kind of my most elite weapon, and a pumpy. So we're tier 2, nothing too fancy. But that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. I've also got a really cool camera, so I could see everything in here from my phone, which is awesome. Oh yeah, and that's the other piece. So this shows it from my phone, which is really cool. And then I've got these smart alarms, or actually I think Tol set these up. It was all him. Smart alarms and smart switches. So he wired up all of these seismic sensors here. So an explosion's trigger. It triggers the smart alarm, which notifies me on my phone. So if I'm away from base and I get raided, I can make sure to respawn here. Also, if I forget to close my garage doors, we hooked up a awesome little switch here. Just pull up my phone, so I can just close all the doors. Simple, just like that. If I'm out of base, I forget when I'm on my way out, I just close up. It's so cool. It's been quite a while. Apparently, this is the wiring you need to do for it, and that's like one for each door. So it's a little insane, but it's awesome that it's done. And the beauty here is like that way you can get the switch to close it, and I mean that's easy enough to do. But the part that we really want to make sure happen is when you turn it off again, it never opens the doors. So if a raider comes in, blows through this door, they don't get to just push this button and open both. They actually have to go through and raid each and every one. So that's pretty fantastic. Makes it a lot easier to get in here, or to keep it secure. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The other thing I've got is an auto smelter, so this is where I drop all my ore. And if it's smeltable, it gets smelted and dropped into here. I'll show you that utility room upstairs. I just love these wallpapers. Another DLC that I gotta grab. I like the stone here, so we were experimenting with putting the wallpaper here too, but then the door stood out a lot, so this is really nice because it kind of like blends the door and the rest of the stone really well. The stone, like the jungle skin, is just really cool. Betting machine. Oh, that's where my stone went. Okay, cool. We experimented with that. I didn't want to broadcast it because I felt like people were showing up and hanging out around a lot more when I was broadcasting, so I felt a little nerve-wracking to have it exposed. But yeah, here I've got the locker. I don't really use it much. I found on the 2X I'm a lot more reserved in my combat, so I actually survive a lot longer than I was expecting compared to like a 10X. And so like this is nice, and like it's a lot simpler. Keep my kit for like maybe an hour or two each time, as opposed to the like 20 minutes it felt like on the 10X server. So I don't really use the locker much, but yeah, here's the utility room. Looks really cool at night, so I'm gonna show some video clips of that at the end. Hopefully with my audio not there, but pipes come up, bring it in, do the proper wiring and everything like that, cook it, send it home. Of course, we have another smart switch to turn off the electric stoves, because why wouldn't we? Turn them on from my phone too. Yep, research bench, mixing table, battery, repair bench, things like that. Oh, and there's these really cool little boxes down here that Tol brought as well, which are like miniature bases. They're really cool. Big fan of those. Yeah, and of course a miscellaneous box for myself. So yeah, like the pyramid style, I think is really cool. I love the factory lights in here. I'll show you the clips afterward of the nighttime, but yeah, it just looks incredible. So as I think I play a little bit longer, but I'm gonna call it pretty short here. This is about last night and this morning, so maybe 15, maybe 12 hours of gameplay, which is pretty good. It's getting faster and faster. Like I don't think it would have been here before this day, so yeah, it was awesome. It's also like honeycombed here, so you have to get through this stone wall, then you have to get through the metal wall on the inside in order to get into the base. And even if you blow through here, then you have to get through the metal floor with the bunker. So I like how it's coming across. Haven't been raided yet this wipe. I don't want to jinx it. I hope not. I hope that didn't jinx it, but yeah, it's kind of what we're playing with. Make sure this broadcasting is turned off. And yeah, we're also experimenting with the lasers. Oh, I didn't show you the music system. Experimenting with the lasers in the music system. This is another DLC that Tol had that I haven't managed to grab yet, and I kind of want to get that one. But you can play music. Oh shoot, I disconnected it. Where's my Sorry, Tall. I am ruining his poor wires. His fantastic wires. Whatever. There we go. So then when you play this, it plays like a live radio station, and it lights up. And there's like lasers, you get like alert wires, you get like searchlights and all sorts of cool things, and like extra speakers to amplify the sound. So I think you totally set up a rave. I think that's kind of what I want to do on the next wipe, is set up like a giant public rave and have music blaring and just like hella dance floors. And I think it'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, that's where we're at. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself.